Boom.
All right, back for part two. We got a few talkers on here tonight. This is great. This is phenomenal. Um, this part two is brought to you by Jillian Ferry Real Estate. Shout out Jillian Ferry, my lovely sister-in-law. If you need a house or you're trying to sell your house, hit her up. And if you're down in the south, hit up Eryk Anders, and we're going to get into that a little bit. Eryk, so what we were just talking off live, I guess you can say, about, you had a performance at a night bonus, many fights in the UFC, making some, a decent penny for yourself, for your family. And then you were just getting ready to start telling us about what you do with your money. So what do you do with your winnings that you gained from fighting in the UFC?
Man, well, one, I don't spend it on anything. I don't spend it on like entertainment and stuff like that. I just got my own Netflix account just a few months ago. I use somebody else's Hulu, somebody else's Disney, and there's another one, maybe HBO, that I use somebody else's account. And if I want to go to the movies or something with the kids, I go fill up that annual bucket at the movie theater for like $3.50, and I come home and we stream it from the jailbroke Fire Stick.
Hey, be careful of the streamers. Dana White's out there getting you.
Man,
Yeah,
Eryk, you were actually a couple episodes shy of Nick because he actually offered one of the boxers, Brandon Chambers, his ESPN Plus account and also his mother-in-law's Netflix. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, that might be it. I might be on somebody else's ESPN account. That's what it is. Yeah. So I already got them beat. Don't even worry about it. But if they cancel on me, I'm gonna hit you up for it.
Yeah, I got you.
But realistically, every penny that I have, every penny that I make, we invest into real estate. And so, like, we just bought a house. Our investments, like the rentals or whatever, pay the mortgage. My wife just got a Tesla.
Oh, wow.
The houses and stuff pay for that. So, man, we're our investments are getting us the things that people go broke trying to get. You know what I mean? If we go on a trip, the houses pay for that. You know what I mean? So even if I don't fight another day in my life, my wife, she does online. She has an online school in 2 physical locations to teach secondary language, English, Spanish, and Portuguese, and any combination of the 3. So, man, I don't want to say COVID was good, but COVID was good because, she does the online thing and it just boomed. And she's really bubbling right now and it's really taking off. So, life is good financially.
Nice. So I was going to ask you, where are you staying at right now?
I'm in Arizona. I'm training over here at Fight Ready in a, I got an Airbnb for the time that I'm out here. So, I'll be out here till after the fight. So, the wife and kids and everybody else is back at home. And, man, the house that we just bought, I've only spent the night there. I came out, we moved in, we bought the house, moved in, and the next day I came out here. So I've literally only spent the night in our new house. So, yeah, it is what it is.
And then, so where's your house? Where do you live at? And I know you train
Birmingham. Yeah, Birmingham,
Alabama, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So, I mean, this has been your only fight camp or your only gym that you've been training with MMA wise, right? Your only gym.
For this fight, yeah, out here at Fight Ready in Arizona, but in between fights, dude, I'm all over the place, just trying to soak up knowledge, learn and train with the best. I've been a little bit of everywhere. So, I think that's the essence of martial arts. That's what they did with jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
The Gracies went over to Japan, got it from whoever, and then brought it back, refined it, and turned it in to what it is now. So that's what martial arts is, man. I want to travel, I want to learn, and kind of adapt it, make it my own, and maybe get into coaching one day.
Yeah. So I want to get into a little bit of your division. I want to hit on a few individuals, just get a professional's take on it. So I know there's a hype train around Hazmat Chimaev. I know he was supposed to fight Leon Edwards at 170. I know he fought Gerald Meerschaert, another opponent that you fought as well. It wasn't really a fight, obviously. What do you think of his hype? Do you believe it? Do you think it's real, or will you have a opinion once he fights higher level opponents?
I mean, yeah, I think it's real. You know, I think when you have 3 fights and there's only been 3 strikes landed on you, and the strike differential is like 300 to 3 in 3 fights, then yeah, you know, there's got to be something there. You know, clearly his wrestling pedigree is, you know, high up there. He may not be an Olympian or, you know,
Right.
a world champion or anything like that, but man, the guy's probably been doing it forever and a day. So, you know, he knocked out Meerschaert in like 17 seconds. I think it was a little soon for Meerschaert to be getting in there and fighting, you know, because he just got knocked out by, I think, Ian Heinisch before that. And so, you know, when you get knocked out, man, you need to take some time off, let that brain recover. Even though you're not showing symptoms of a concussion or brain trauma, doesn't mean it's not there, man. If you get knocked out, you should take some time and, you know, relax. The brain doesn't heal like the rest of your body does.
Right.
So it's a little bit slower, but whatever, man. He did whatever he thought he could do. Yeah, you know, I was really excited to see that Leon Edwards fight because that guy's number 3 in the division and on a 6 or 7 or 8 fight win streak or something like that. So, you know, definitely a step up in competition. I think everybody's ready to see that. So, you know, he's a guy right now. He's got the juice. So until proven otherwise, he's the man.
Yep. And that's the way the UFC kind of does it. You know, as soon as you're, you know, a couple wins and you're talking like some of these guys do, they like pushing you. You know, like go ahead, keep going. I think
it's fair because he's doing it so effortlessly. It's not like this guy is 3-0 and he's edging out split decisions. Nah, this guy is killing people. You know, so.
Right.
You know, not his fault that he hasn't fought a name. I'm sure he's not turning guys down or anything like that. So he's just, you know, eating whoever they throw at him.
Yep. What really impressed me with him was he took the second fight within like 10 days or something like that over in Fight Island. I was like, wow, I know he didn't take any damage whatsoever in the first fight, but that has to like 2 weight cuts back to back after you're done fighting probably is a little tough, right?
Man, if he's fighting at 85 and 70, he's probably not cutting a whole lot to get to 85.
Right.
But, man, I'm sure that, you know, he's super strong for, you know, his physique. And pretty sure he's pretty tall, too. So I think once you have like a skill set like that, the weight class really is irrelevant. And it's not really irrelevant, but it becomes less of an issue when you have, you know, the pedigree and skill set that he has.
Yeah. So another thing I want to get into is the champ in your weight class. When I say your weight class, I'm talking strictly middleweight because I think that's you know what I mean. That I feel like that's you'd be okay saying that's your class.
I think Adesanya is going to be the double champ anyway, so you're probably speaking right.
Yeah. So I was gonna just say that to you. Me personally, I think he that style matchup with Blachowicz suits Israel perfectly because he's such a technical striker and he's not going to be in any danger whatsoever with Jan. I think he gets it done, and I hate to say this because Jan's, you know, a great competitor and, you know, but I think he gets it done pretty easily, to be honest.
Man, this is the thing. He's elusive and his stature, like he's 6'4", so it's not like he has to go get him. He does such a good job at luring people in, and he can do that because of his stature, his feints and fakes. He switches stances. He's hard to catch. I think it's going to take somebody who covers a lot of ground quickly, like Kelvin Gastelum, kind of, I think, showed the blueprint to how to have success against Adesanya.
Absolutely.
But Jan doesn't have that skill set. He's nowhere near as fast. He doesn't cover as much distance. And he kind of, you know, comes with that Vitor blitz, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And he gets square, but he's not the fastest guy. So I think that Adesanya, kind of steps off on an angle and catches him with something, almost like Robert Whitaker. But man, we've seen it. If Jan touches him, man, that could be it, So whereas Adesanya probably has to get lucky a few times, not really get lucky, but land a few strikes. Jan, it's only going to take one. So I think that Jan's going to try and implement his wrestling, try to big boy Adesanya, and I just don't know if that's the way to beat him.
Yeah, you're right, because that Gastelum fight was unbelievable. One of the greatest fights in middleweight history, in my opinion.
Sure.
You're right. You're spot on. Kelvin Gastelum actually paved the way. If you can repeat that, but just be a little bit better, or maybe even, I think what failed Gastelum in that was, listen, it was such a great fight. He was fit. I shouldn't say it was his cardio that failed him, but maybe it was just like the repeated damage. If you can take a little bit less damage and keep that same pace and same style to fight Adesanya, I think you can get it done against him.
But man, Adesanya, I feel like, has infinite stamina. I was there. He watched when he fought Brad Tavares, and I swear the fight went all 5 rounds, and the only time that he took a deep breath was to start the 5th round, and it was just kind of like all right, round 5. I was like, Jesus Christ, this dude's not tired at all. And they were fighting in a smaller cage, so there was action the whole time. Yeah. It's not like he was fighting in the big cage where he has a lot of space to move around and, catch his breath or take rest in between exchanges. Nah, they were on top of each other the whole time.
Right.
And like I said, the only time he took a deep breath was beginning of that 5th round. I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy. I think that's a weapon, though. Cardio is a weapon. If you can still be there at the end and the other guy's dead tired and he can't defend himself, man, now's your time to move in, for the kill.
Yep, absolutely. So I want to get into so obviously you have you fought without any fans once, I believe, right? It's coming up on, I think your last fight was probably 9 months ago almost.
Yeah, it was May. Yeah.
May against Jocko. So what, you missed the fans. You said that before. So you're not really a fan of fighting without fans.
Yeah, I like the energy of the crowd and the oohs and ahs.
Yeah. So a lot of people are saying indifferent things. Some people say they love it. Some people say they hate it, but I personally, I miss it, man. Even they had, I think it was on the Conor versus Poirier 2 card. They had some fans over there. And I know it was only like 2,500 or 3,000, but I would like to see them eventually. Because Florida's like wide open. It's like COVID doesn't even exist there.
I don't think COVID ever existed in Florida. When COVID hit, everybody went there for spring break.
Exactly. So I think if Dana wants to do, bring back fans and everything like that, I feel like that's the place to do it right there. Even if they have to do maybe an outdoor event, that would be cool as shit, man. They used to do that back in the day. Like an outdoor event, that would be sick. Like in a baseball stadium or something, that would be incredible.
Yeah, I think that, man, I think they're going to Singapore, and I'm wanting to know what the, what the rules are there. Are they having fans or not having fans? Because I know that's a country that depends heavily on tourism. So I'm sure if they can, they will. You know what I mean?
All right. Nice, dude. Well, Eryk, I probably have more questions to ask you, but they're slipping my mind a little bit right now. I wish you nothing but the best of luck in 2021. Do you have any goals for 2021 as far as the fight game goes?
Man, I'd like to fight 3 times, collect 3 wins. And, man, I've been so close to cracking that top 15 so many times. I'll be 34 this year. Actually, to be honest with you, this is the best I've ever felt. The older I get, the better I feel, which is weird. It doesn't usually happen that way. But I'd really like to crack that top 15, actually get it done, get in there, and, progress forward,
Yep. Exactly. I wish you nothing but luck this year. Always stay healthy, you and your family. Obviously in training camp and the fight. I'll obviously be tuning in. I hope you get it done. I hope you win 50 G's. I hope everything goes according to plan. Unless you fight Kyle Dawkins, I have to go Kyle Dawkins' side just because
Yeah.
we're
No hard
neighbors.
feelings here.
Nah, but you got to look him up or something, man. He's gonna be pissed off when he watches this.
I mean, maybe I did see that. How did the Brandon Allen fight go? Did Brandon Allen choke him out?
Nah, decision.
Oh, decision.
Yeah.
I'll go back and check that fight out.
Yeah, like I felt like if it was a 5-rounder, like Brendan Allen was gassed in the 3rd round. Like Kyle literally had him on the ground for 2.5 minutes, and I felt like if there was a round 4, Kyle would have put him away because Brendan looked exhausted and gassed. It was crazy.
Is he a ground guy, Kyle?
Yeah, he has like 5 or 6 Darce chokes or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's real big on the ground.
Yeah,
but it's funny I say that because all of his UFC fights he's been standing basically.
Right. Yeah, he's like the total opposite of Chris, where like Chris will try to knock
Thanks
you
for the
out.
intel. Maybe if that fight comes around,
Oh man.
yeah, thanks for the intel. If that fight ever comes around, I'll refer back to this.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta rewatch this.
Because it's no secret what I'm trying to do to whoever it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you're open about it too. You're like, I'm just going to knock you the fuck out. None of that wrestling stuff, man. Oh, you were a linebacker for Alabama, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you feel like that that kind of helps you with your football background?
Man, I don't think the actual sport of football helps me with MMA, but all the training and stuff, like my whole life, been training for speed, power, short area quickness, agility, things like that. So I think athletically, 100%. I haven't ran up on anybody as functionally strong as I am.
Absolutely.
And all the fights that I've had. I'm not the fastest guy with the hands, but I think that's just because, the guys have been doing this forever.
Experience, yeah.
Yeah. And, so I think athletically, there's not a whole lot of dudes in the division as athletic as I am. Now, have I used my athletic ability the way I should in previous fights? Probably not, but I think that changes in this fight coming up.
Yeah, I'm a big time parlay guy, and I like taking some different fights here and there. I was
plus 170 right now, man.
There you go. And you know what? You know what underdogs do in the UFC, man? They shock the world.
That's right.
Derek Lewis last night, plus 400 underdog.
Ooh, I collected. I won $200 last night.
Like anyone that honestly betted against Derek Lewis, like what the hell's wrong with people? Like
I couldn't believe that when I thought. I couldn't believe that. Plus 400 to win by knockout, TKO, or disqualification. Yeah, I'm mad that I didn't put more money on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could have bought the house.
And listen, I'm not taking anything away from Blades, but Derek Lewis should have not been a plus 400 underdog. Because
you're talking to the dude who has the all-time knockout record.
Exactly.
And put plus 400 to knock out at heavyweight.
That's crazy.
I'm taking that money.
Yep. I was actually when Derek Lewis, I think he knocked out maybe Volkov, and then he got the championship fight against Cormier after Cormier beat Stipe. And I was there, Madison Square Garden, and my buddy was like, I'm taking Derek Lewis. I'm like, listen, I love me some Derek Lewis, but all DC is gonna do is wrestle and fucking choke him out or fucking ground and pound him and stuff like that.
Ooh,
and
man, DC is a quick guy, man. He's not a slow lumbering heavyweight.
5'10" heavyweight.
Dude, he's quick. Our wrestling coach back home was actually at the Olympic Training Center with him, and he said he's never seen a dude so light on his feet like Daniel Cormier. And I was like, that's saying a lot, especially being at the Olympic Training Center, and then you put him with heavyweights, he's just, the guy's an athlete. He just doesn't, aesthetically look like an athlete, but the guy, he's an Olympian, so shit.
Right. It speaks for itself. And that just shows you how good Stipe is, I guess, that dude, I arguably is, the best heavyweight of all time. just due to how many championship fights he has and things like that. I know you're probably just an open book. You probably just love the fight game like we do. A couple championship fights on UFC 259's card coming up. Jan versus Adesanya. Obviously, you already told me you have Adesanya in that fight. And then we had the GOAT Amanda Nunes fighting Megan Anderson.
Man,
and then
Amanda Nunes, I don't think she cuts much weight to make 45.
145. No.
And man, she hits so hard.
Dude,
This is the thing. If you look, like Chris Cyborg is probably the next, hardest hitter. But if you look at the females that Amanda Nunes has fought and Cyborg has fought, just look at their face. Amanda Nunes, man, their face explodes. Like their face is mangled, whenever they get done after the fight. With Cyborg, man, she may knock girls out, but man, they're not battered and bruised and whatever. It's like concussion knockouts versus, man, you just broke my face knockout. You know what I mean? Like what she did to Misha Tate. Oh my Jesus Christ. Her nose is probably still to the other side.
Shout out Misha Tate. That's my crush. I love that. I love her, dude. Shout out Misha Tate.
Ronda Rousey, she didn't even knock her out, and her face was just, torn up. That's just what she does, So she's got that pop, that snap that breaks
she's a
bones.
problem, dude. I don't see many people beating her for a pretty long time. Especially she's a mom now. She can be smarter.
I think Megan Anderson needs to grab her and, even because she moves forward well, so I don't think that the height differential is going to play too big of a factor.
Because she'll do whatever she wants to her.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think she'll just take her down.
Megan better, have a ground game, top or bottom.
For real. Yep. And then honestly, I've looked forward to a lot of fights so far this year. Obviously, it's been great. You got Conor coming back. That was a good fight. Who else did you have? You have the Philly guys fighting Chris Daukaus last night. That was a great fight. And there's been so many fights already. It's only February 21st. But
we also have our guy fighting next. Actually, 2 weekends from now. Sean Brady.
Sean Brady's fighting March 6th. Yeah.
That dude's a killer, man. Yeah.
He is an animal, man. It's just crazy. He's fighting Jake Matthews.
Yeah.
And where at?
In Vegas.
I think it's at the Apex. Yeah. In Vegas.
Well, I know where to lay my money. I hope he's the underdog. I know where to lay my money.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it too. But
I doubt it too.
Yeah.
I'll put him on a parlay though.
Yeah, exactly. What I was gonna say, and then you got. I'm really looking forward to this fight, man. Petr Yan versus Aljamain Sterling. I'm a huge Sterling guy, man. I love him, man. I think he deserves this so bad, and I want him to win so fucking bad. How do you see that fight going?
Man, both guys are super skilled. I don't think we've really seen anybody try to wrestle Yan. Everybody that's fought him is, I guess, except for Uriah Faber, and he got kicked in the face for his effort. I think I'm gonna go with Funk Master.
Yes, sir.
I think that he's got the skill set and the stamina. Like I said, I'm sure it's gonna be a 5-round fight, and he's got to he'll be there at the end, But Peter hits like a truck, so he's got some work to do. But
it's gonna be
you know what the odds are off the top?
Hold on, wait. I can look them up. 2 seconds.
Yeah, my mind. I'll go with Aljo.
I'm assuming Aljo will be a slight underdog. Let me see what it is. Here we go. Yeah, but it's crazy how everything worked out with Sean Brady. So after Sean's last fight, he had like a hairline fracture on his shin, and he was due to fight Bilal Muhammad, and he pulled out of that fight due to the leg because obviously doctors whatever. And then obviously Bilal fought over the weekend and got a big win. And then now he's fighting Leon Edwards. I'm like, wow, man. Could you imagine if it was if Sean beats Bilal and then they say, oh, Sean, do you want to fight Leon on short notice? That, you know what I
But
mean?
man,
That's huge for him.
Sean is young. He'll have plenty of opportunities, and he's highly skilled at where he's at right now. So, when you're out there one-arm guillotining people from the top, it just kind of shows your skill set.
It's that Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
I don't even see him losing because, like, I don't know if you follow boxing, Eryk, but he boxes with our probably top prospect in the welterweight division, Jaron Boots Ennis. He trains with him, and Boots is 27. Well, Boots is his fighting name, Jaron Ennis. So Boots is 27-0 with 25 knockouts. So and Sean does boxing with him and all. Yeah, it's just crazy.
I could say that I box with Deontay Wilder. That doesn't mean I'm getting better or winning. You know what I mean? But man, I've seen the guy fight. Man, I actually hung out with him a little bit in Mississippi when
oh, okay.
Sean?
17, yeah. 17 fought
CFFC.
Yeah, they were down here in Mississippi, and I actually got to call Sabatini's fight. And there was another guy, a Puerto Rican guy.
Oh, that's right. You did commentate some CFFC fights.
Yeah, and there was Sean Brady was down there with God, it's killing me. I can't remember his name. Little Puerto Rican guy. Trains jiu-jitsu with them, with Daniel Gracie, and God, I can't remember his name.
It's not Jonathan Webb, right?
I don't think so.
Jonathan Webb is one of the coaches. Hold on, I know exactly what you're talking about. What the fuck is his name?
He was down there cornering him, and they had a good showing. I think they had a few guys from that Daniel Gracie gym fighting actually.
Yeah, a lot of his teammates are in the CFFC right now.
There was also Zerk. Is that the name? Zerk. Tall. I think he's from Mongolia, maybe.
Okay.
Anyways, man, the guys that he trained with, man, they put on a good show. They were all well-rounded, and they all kicked ass.
Yeah, dude, they have a gym full of killers down there, man. Eddie Alvarez helped him get ready for his last fight with Christian Gutierrez with the one-arm guillotine and guillotine, whatever. You're a fighter. You probably pronounce it better than I do.
Guillotine, we know what you're talking about.
Tomato. What's crazy? I was actually on an Instagram story, Kamaru Usman, before his fight. He, how he trains with what's his fucking coach's name? He left American Top Team and is training with Gaethje's coach. The hell's his name, man? I forget. Yes, Trevor Whitman. And dude, it was literally Usman, Eddie, and Justin Gaethje. I was like, oh my god, dude, that training session must have been fucking nuts.
Yeah, I bet.
You know what I mean? But I can't remember that guy's name.
All right, but Eryk, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you on. Of course, whenever we have guys on, you guys are family now, so we'll be fans of you and all. And then we'll probably mail you a couple photos to sign because we try to get guys to sign stuff that we have on the podcast. And Nick's making like a podcast room, so he'll be hanging up.
I already made it. I'm in it.
Yeah, he's in the podcast room. Yeah,
it's done.
Yeah, I'll shoot you guys my address whenever we get off of here. And,
all right, cool, bet.
Send whatever, I'll sign it. And but you already know I'm cheap and frugal, so you got to include the return postage.
Yeah. Of course.
Otherwise, I'm gonna give it to a kid in the gym.
All right,
true.
And then maybe on the back of the photo, Nick will have all his logins for like Disney, Hulu, and stuff where it's an object.
Yeah, go. You can include that on a sticky note.
ESPN Plus, dude. I'll give you that. I'll give you my shit. Yeah. You're good until July, then I got to re-up.
All right. I'll put it in now.
All right, cool. Thank you so much again, Eryk.
Yeah, and Eryk, we're also getting shirts and hoodies made, so we'll send you one once they're all finished up.
Cool. That'd be awesome.
And then after you knock out Darren and Dennis Stewart, just give us a little shout out when you're talking to DC or Michael Bisping.
I'm gonna let you know right now. It's pretty hard to like
Remember.
anything. I always have like these speeches planned out. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that. Then the mic's in my face. I'm like,
That's funny.
That's funny. Eryk, thank you so much for coming on, man. You're
Yeah.
aces, dude.
Man, my pleasure. Anytime, fellas.
All right, cool. Thank you,
Thanks,
man.
bro.
Y'all have a good one.
All right.